Is it finally over? Is everyone finally happy? Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. We're heading on into 2025 here. We have dusted off all of the craziness and all of the insanity out here that has to come with this. And now I've got to ask the question. Is everybody happy? I haven't heard anybody pissing, shitting, and crying on the floor recently. You know, the most recent things that we had was the ban list coming through here and doing things, and a couple people were upset about, you know, OSS going away, breaking the fire link. You know, the Tenpai bros and broettes were really upset about, you know, Tenpai still being a deck. We already talked about, you know, the intricacies of, you know, the player base and all that stuff. But I got to tell you, boom. That's the sound of a dice. It's kind of interesting just to see where the community is kind of settled recently. The OCG just got their ban list rolling on out here. And you know what they got to see? They got to see the death of Abyss Dweller, EX checked, and Malice effectively all got reduced in capabilities during their last list. So, I mean, they're not happy about Artifact Scythe. That's a problem for sure. Like, still, OCG Japan, I still ask you, why in the hell is Scythe still limited to 1? Why did you limit Scythe to 1 and pull the Beatrice treatment when you know that nobody is enjoying that whole spectacle and that whole debacle over there? I still am going to ask that. If anybody's upset, it's the people that have to deal with Scythe. So, but what about on the TCG side of things over here? You know, I know there's been a little bit of tension starting to develop because of this deck right here. You know, good old Malice. Yeah, it's going to build over time. I think, you know, we're kind of in the 2-3 week mark for this format out here. You know, people are still kind of getting some time to adjust and kind of get their bearings with this. But, I haven't heard any I'm quitting because of Malice or Rizel post just yet floating around on the internet. So I think the new car smells kind of settling in. I think about month 2, month 3 of this format, people are going to be really, really frustrated with this. But the way that Alliance Insight, actually, Jumpfest did a couple of very good things for the game. Announcing the Chronicles anime actually really, really got people excited because, you know, a lot of the lore people out here that have been wanting more Fallen of Albaz and more Sky Striker support, you know, they cast the line out. They're like, woo, woo, you know, woo, gonna get you. And then up comes the Fallen of Albaz person and grabs on the hook. They're like, oh, finally, some more bait. You know, you're going to get that Fallen of Albaz support out here. Don't worry. We're not going to go further into the lore. The lore is done, but we can still certainly print you some more cards to fine-tune those decks. I like that. That's good. I like that Konami's starting to realize that the lore decks are important to pushing the anime. So, you have a section of people right now, including myself, that are, you know, looking beyond the current problems of the game right now, that are just, we're happy to have a frickin' anime back, man. You know, I don't care if you like the anime or if you hate the anime. The thing that we can all kind of agree on is, you know, let people be happy that their favorite decks are getting support. It is a good frickin' thing. I would eventually love to see an anime about Pegasus' Toon monsters. And, you know, maybe the Toon Blackluster Soldier for some lore. I think that'd be really, really cool. A day in the life of Toons as a comedy would be very, very hilarious. But it's a tale for another day. So, but in terms of people being upset, you are going to still have people that are going to be like, I can't believe this Sky Striker and these filthy Fallen of Albaz mains out here are getting support when, you know, my deck, I've been a dedicated loyal fan for 25 years and, you know, I'm not getting new support. Yeah, that's right. Go big insect. My name's Weevil Underwood. You know, you're always going to have jealousy around somebody else's favorite archetype receiving support, and that's always just going to be the way it's going to be. But marketing and realization of things has been a very big help, Konami. So thank you for the umpteenth Sky Striker support. Thank you for the Fallen of Albaz support. I'm happy to see the story unfold. I want to see where this stuff is going to go, and I'm excited for that. Now, what about the Tactical Tri-3 deck support, the Evil Twins, the Eldritch, and the Cyber Dragon players out here? I genuinely, even though the English side of us, we didn't get the Tactical Tri-3 decks, the Tactical Tri-3 decks did come to Master Duel. They were a big thing that was implemented on there. You got the chance to see those decks. You got the chance to see those decks in action, actually, and how those decks could play out in a scenario. All three of those decks reach a different demographic. You get the waifu, the combo player, and the degenerate heavy back row anti-meta challenger, which all three of these were good. But at the end of the day, I don't think anybody was unhappy that those three decks got support. If anything, that those were the major things. Ancient Fairy Life Dragon is going to cause some problems, but it's just that. There's a lot of very big pieces still missing, but I'm happy just to report right now that I think everybody's doing fine. We're heading on we're heading on into the new year. Besides a couple of, I hate this game, you were always pissing and shitting on the floor no matter what anyway. Like, we don't really count your opinion much because you're already negative. I've dealt with a couple of more negative people recently in this game, and it does become tiring. Some people will just echo chamber their anger just to hear themselves talk, and there's really no positives about it, no matter how you want to spin it. As much as, I like the idea that, we can have a talk about problems that exist in the game, whether or not be it the meta, be future support coming, or, X deck hasn't gotten support, this is stupid. But when you're sitting here, you're trying to watch a live stream and somebody, keeps trying to join the chat and tell you that what Konami's doing is bad, and you're just trying to be excited for live reveals, one, you're talking over everybody else, and two, you're bringing down the general feel of the event. Like, I don't understand that. I get, having concerns and things like that, but telling a group of people, your concerns when nobody cares, tends to be a lot of what I talk about out here, people just shitting in the middle of a room and expecting people to stare at it. I mean, you're going to stare at it because somebody just took a shit in the middle of the room. You're not going to not look at it. You're just going to be like, what the hell? You're going to be like, wow, that's a big turd. You're going to have your admirers over here. You're going to have your sympathizers. You're going to have the one guy in the corner that wishes he could take the shit in the room too. But, you stuck it to them. That's psychoanalyzing things 101. You're always going to have a different level of opinion based on a subject matter, and there's just that. So I bring that up because that was a real life scenario I had to deal with recently. I don't care about your opinion, nor did I ask. If I really wanted to know, I'd ask, and you can say that that's rude, but like, I'm here trying to be excited for this and experience something, watching a live stream with friends trying to, do this. I didn't ask for you to distract me from the excitement to be negative. So I think that's really been my only major experience lately with negativity, besides, we brought up with the Tenpai players and people being upset that the deck was still viably alive, but that's fine. You're going to have people shitting and pissing on the floor no matter what you're going to do. And, the meta has rolled through to the week 2, week 3 mark out here. There's been no major problems right now. And I think that's a good thing. I do expect I'm quitting this game because Ryzel's the most degenerate deck ever to be coming soon. And that just kind of comes with meta fatigue and things not being able to be explored, or no power creep to kind of turn things over for a while. When you create stagnant flows of metas, that's obviously going to be the approach. Players become fatigued, people get worn down, and people complain. But we're going to hit this dry spout for a little while. You're going to have some alt art reveals. You're going to have some real quiet things, but we're going to have to February and a little bit of March is going to be a little bit of a downside in the game. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but that's going to be the time where you're really going to start to see the ramp up on negativity. I feel like I love the fact we can now tell in cycles in which the community is going to be negative about things. But happy holidays, everybody. For those of you watching and experiencing this, be happy that we have all kind of reached a point that we're indifferent about the current state of the game. I'm excited with reveals. I'm excited to see what's going on, but I'm glad that there's no one person taking a shit in the middle of the room and forcing us all to stare at it. Please don't do that. Please, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is okay. It's not amazing. It's not bad. I'm happy for where things are to go. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons! Thank you! Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.